Joel Embiid has finally shut it down, and it is about damn time. Played all year long. So Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers finally have agreed to shut down Joel Embiid for the rest of the year, which ain't really that long anyway. We're already, in March now, and you got April in the postseason. So really, 2 months? He's only played like 19 games this year. The Philadelphia 76ers put Joel Embiid in a bad situation. You know the man knees was jacked up. You kept giving him injections to try to cure it up and try to get him to play temporarily. No. For his size and his age now, because he just turned 30, he's going to be 31. And as you get older, you don't get healthier. He's a guy that consistently has played on 280, 290, sometimes even over 300 pounds on his knees. I don't think Joel Embiid will ever be the same. Before we get into that, first of all, like the video, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. And let's get into why Joel Embiid, I don't think he will ever be the same again with the Philadelphia 76ers. And I think the 76ers are finna go down, down, down. So let's start off for Joel Embiid. He played in the Olympics, right? And he looked pretty good. You know, he won an Olympic gold medal with LeBron and Steph and KD and everybody. That's cool. That's great. You go to the Philadelphia 76ers. How the hell are you already limping around and hurt when you wasn't looking hurt in the Olympics? So what the hell did you do from the time the Olympics was over with all the way to training camp in the first week of the NBA season? How the hell did that happen? But Paul George was supposed to be the guy that was gonna, you know what? He's going to let Embiid go get healthy. We got me and Tyrese Maxey. We're finna run the show. Embiid, take your time until you get ready, because you know what? Paul George and the 76ers with Tyrese Maxey are going to keep the team afloat until Embiid comes back. There was no chance in hell. They signed Pandemic P. That ain't Paul George. That's George Paul. That's Pandemic P. That's who they signed. They signed the podcaster. That's who they signed, because he's been looking like all year long. And he was supposed to be the guy that, you know what? Embiid doesn't have to play on back-to-backs. Paul George is going to be number one option. We're going to run the offense through him. Then Tyrese Maxey is going to be the dynamic duo right under him. And just pause. And they're going to be the two that's going to carry this team until Embiid comes back. Maybe he plays again in a week or two. You know, we ain't going to play him on back-to-backs. This has failed. And it's an utterly disaster. And for Daryl Morey, who caters to his superstars, let's be honest, he does. He caters to his superstars. He's catered to James Harden for so long. Now he's catered to Joel Embiid. I don't know what else you can cater to, because from what I'm hearing, and other people are saying this as well, and according to Stephen A. Smith as well, Daryl Morey is the one that told the owner, we have to give Joel Embiid this max contract extension. No, the hell you didn't. With his injury history, why the hell would you want to give a guy with his injury history over $200 million and you think he's still going to win you a championship? No, you dumb. And if this does not work, Daryl Morey is going to be fired. Now he's going to go to another team, rebuild them up, because Daryl Morey, he can rebuild some teams now. He can't win a championship out of it. Now he can rebuild some teams now, and he's had some elite championship contending teams. His best one was in 2018 with Chris Paul and James Harden and that Houston Rockets team that almost took down the Warriors if CP3 never got hurt. Outside of that, he ain't won a damn thing. He hasn't done nothing. But Daryl Morey, why would you give Joel Embiid this contract extension with his knee injuries and his history? Just such a dumbass decision. And for the Embiid, every time you look up, it's knee injury, it's foot, it's ankle, it's face, it's the side of the face, it's the whole face, it's on the right side of the face, it's the nose, it's a mask, it's everything. It's about Joel Embiid has to do with injuries. And that's not a guy I would want on my team. Joel Embiid has missed over 400 games, and he's played over 400 games. I don't have the exact number, but I know, I'll tell you this, he's played only 50% of his NBA games and missed 50% of his other NBA games. That's Zion Williamson-like. That's pathetic. And for a guy who should have, number one, he should have took his health more serious years ago. When we seen his big ass on the table eating burgers and thinking that was funny and thinking it was cute, it wasn't. That's a bad look. How you think how GOAT James, over behind me, broke the scoring record at the age he was at and still dominating the NBA at age 40? He doesn't eat burgers and he takes care of himself. He puts the right nutritions in his body. He gets the right sleep. He gets the right therapeutic massage. He does everything he's supposed to do to make sure he is ready game in and game out, so he can perform at a high level and that he can entertain us. And by the way, one more Braun run is coming. One more, a Laker championship is coming, whether this year or next year. Y'all put my words on that. But Joel Embiid, it's time to start taking that serious. So he, like I said, he never should have played the whole year. The 76ers was obviously, the season was over with before it even started. This is a complete disaster. And it's the thing, you can't trade Joel Embiid, because what team, well, let me take that back. There's probably a dumb team that's going to take his injury history and say, you know what, we're banking on him to be that superstar. And just a side note, The fact that the 76ers have not given up on Joel Embiid, but the Dallas Mavericks with Nico Harrison gave up on Luka Doncic, what a dumb decision. Hell, even the Pelicans ain't gave up on Zion Williamson. But to go back to Joel Embiid, I don't think this is gonna work. You saw this contract is gonna go through what, till he's 34, 35 years old. How you think he's gonna be looking? We just seen the man limping this whole season. He had career lows across the board, from field goal percentage, block shots, rebounds, you name it, everything. Yeah, he still averaged 23 points a game because he's that great. When he's healthy, he is literally the second best big man behind Nikola Jokic. Some people got him as 1, I got him as 2. Jokic won a finals and a finals MVP. And I'm not trying to hear shit about no Joel Embiid. His ass can't even get out the second round. So no, but when healthy, he's one of the top 10 players in the NBA when healthy. But the problem is, when healthy. And when is he ever healthy? When is he ever going to be healthy? And you can't trade him, like I said. And then Paul George, he got some making up to do, because this season's basically a wash. He got some making up to do this come next year. And the 76ers can't trade him, because what team is going to take a dude who's in his mid-30s and he's making over $50 million a year? And I don't care what Paul George says. His ass happy. He didn't want to leave LA. He did not want to leave the strippers. He actually thought that they was going to be a legitimate championship contending team to go win a championship. And they said, we're not going to give you no long-term and lucrative deal that you want. He wanted a no-trade clause in his contract as well. The strippers was like, you ain't finna have us stuck with your old ass. You can either go or you gonna take the money we got. And guess what? He left and got an extra year with the 76ers and more money. But he ain't looking happy. He ain't looking too good. He over here taking a break from his podcast and all that. That ain't the problem. You making videos on a podcast for 1 hour out of a whole week, that ain't the problem. You just been playing like I understand you've been hurt. You ain't even really been yourself. You haven't been healthy. But you're the one that came to the 76ers. They look at you as that superstar, as that guy that can help out Embiid. It was supposed to be the three of Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, and Paul George. That was one of the biggest storylines coming into the NBA season. The Phoenix Suns better thank God for the Philadelphia 76ers, because they're even more bigger disappointment than the Phoenix Suns. And if I'm Tyrese Maxey, they re-sign him as well. What? Why am I finna stay here with these losers? If I'm finna be around 2 injured players, and then you can't really put the money around this squad because you're paying 3 guys over $200 million, I'm not gonna stay here with these losers. I'm gonna get my ass out of here. So the Philadelphia 76ers, they have a problem on their hands. And I don't know if this is going to get better. Like I told y'all, I don't think Joel Embiid is ever going to be the same. I think his injuries are going to continue to get worse. Knee injuries don't get better, they get worse. And the 76ers kept trying to just put a Band-Aid over it year in and year out, week in and week out, thinking it was just going to get better. No, rip the damn Band-Aid off, had a man get surgery, and let's come back next year and try to make this work. Because I feel bad for Nick Nurse, because you look at that man on the sideline, he's stressing his off. He getting more gray by the game. And I kind of feel bad for him, but I don't feel bad for Daryl Morey. You're the one that decided to pay Paul George. You're the one that decided to extend Joel Embiid when you didn't have to. The only guy that deserved his money was Tyrese Maxey. Other than that, everybody else got to work for it. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm glad Joel Embiid has shut it down. Like I said, I don't think his career will ever be the same. Knee injuries don't get better. As you get older, they get worse. He's more hurt than Anthony Davis. He's damn near just as hurt as mine the same. Ask Kawhi Leonard. So this is going to be a very interesting offseason for the Philadelphia 76ers. And it's going to be an interesting future for them as well. Because Daryl Morey could be fired. That ain't no. That's just a rumor. It's not a report. It's just something people are talking about. He could be on his way out the door, and the 76ers could look to clean house after that, because you ain't nowhere to go but down, because your damn show ain't going up. So let me know what y'all think, man. Will Joel Embiid ever be the same? Will eventually his career go back to what it was a few years ago when he was the MVP? Or you think the 76ers just blow up altogether? So let me know what y'all think, man. Leave it in the comment section. Like the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you on the next video.